What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Jay. I appreciate you coming through for another Friday, first week in October of 2020. I can't even believe it already that 2020 is almost over. We only got November, December, and that's it. And man, who knows what 2021 is going to bring, because 2020 has been something else. And depending on how this upcoming election goes, who knows? So let's all enjoy and try to make the most out of every day we can, even though it may be hard. Anyway, I got a few things I want to talk about this Friday from your president. I now have the virus, but don't worry, I'm gonna have the Platinum Plus plan. They're gonna give me a special cocktail, a little bit of bleach, put a little bleach down here. I'll be okay. They take care of me. I don't worry. And so we'll see how that works. I hope at the very, very minimum that at least he understands and give more sympathy to people that are going through that and that had relatives that have gone through it, instead of saying, hey, it is what it is. Hey, they died, he died. It's like he Drago or something in Rocky 4. If he died, he died. He died. All right, I'm gonna get to some of you guys' comments, man. You guys, I appreciate you. Nikki B, my sister, what's going on? Von Joyner, what's good, brother? Rashonda, what's up, sister? Tamika, checking in on Facebook. I appreciate you, sis. Never knew about the Friday Fuss. Oh, well, I'm glad you know, and I'm glad you're here. Now you know, but knowing is half the battle. Support Gaming, what up, Jay? What's good, support? Appreciate you. Lisa Smith, what's up, sis? How you doing? You enjoyed a couple of my jokes. I appreciate your comments. Lauren Craig, what's up? 2020 it's been bad, but I got the Platinum Plus plan that is going to make it a lot better. Trust me. I know you guys like Platinum Change. I got a Platinum Plus plan for you. Omari Hardwick spell. What you talking about? Oh, a movie? Yeah, we can see what's up with that. Mellow Fellow, what's up? What's up, brother? Yeah, that's what's up, sis. Deron Sanders, what up? What up? Ain't caught alive in a minute. Yeah, all good, man. I appreciate you coming through. Still hanging in there. You don't want platinum. I thought you guys, I'm in with the blacks. I know blacks like the platinum chains, the platinum rims. I got the platinum plan for you. They're gonna give me a platinum plan too. Don't worry, I got it. I'm gonna take care of it. I know how it works. No one's done more with the blacks than me. Trust me. Cash Money, what's up? What's up, brother? He in New York, and he not gonna care. I mean, they never wear masks. You never see him wear a mask. I don't need it. The virus, he come this way. He say, wait a minute, hold on. I don't want to. I vote Republican too. Let me try to find somewhere else to go. I don't know. I think he must have been a Democratic virus that got me. It wasn't the Republican virus. Most of them don't vote this way. It's a setup. What up? What up? The boys is fire. Homeland on the plane scene was crazy. Boy, I'm telling you. Now, let me ask you, did you see that before I was talking about the boys or after? I'm just interested. Tamika, what's up, sis? I don't wish bad health on no one, so I hope he pulled through. But I'm going to say how I am, but I'm not going to say how I really feel. That's why I feel, though. I don't want to wish bad health on even my worst enemies. That's why I say, at the very least, I hope he has more sympathy for people that have had it and people who have lost loved ones from it. Whether you want to believe it's been 200,000 or not, it has been people that have died from it. So, you know, they may, and some people may have died from something else, but that may have made it worse and made that whatever it is, happen. But, anyway, let's see. Sally Ann, hey, what's up? And I appreciate your support for my birthday. That was really special. I appreciate it. That really, really helped. And, I really thank you, Let's see. Mello, after you mentioned it. Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. You just started season 2. I like season 2 too, man. Yeah, The Boys is a damn good show. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I think The Boys is one of the best shows put together. It's just got a certain amount. It's my type of show. If you guys want to know what my type of show, Game of Thrones, first few seasons, that's my type of show. The Boys, it's like a modern type of, thing. And it's, and that, I like that too. Modern type of Game of Thrones, So, that's what's up. The Boys is good. Now, hey, what's up, Chris P? What's good? What's good? Lisa Smith, I appreciate it. My birthday was September 17th, but I just wanted to give Sally Ann a shout out because, she just did something recently. So, I appreciate it. But, I'm getting old anyway. So when you old, don't nobody care about an old person birthday. When you hit certain milestones, when you get old, it's only every 5 years somebody care. 40, 45, 50, 55, 50. I guess they think you can't count between the numbers. So you still count by 5, like Grandpa. About 5. How many? How old are you? Big many. So that's how I am. I can only count by 5s. But it's all good. I appreciate it, man. You guys are great. Let's see. What you say, Nicole? I told my husband that nobody care about his birthday, but I'm just like, it's true though. That is true. Yeah. Pharaoh De Niro, that's what's up, brother. I appreciate you. Chris P, if Joe Biden, if that was to happen, actually, we don't know what happened because the sitting president has never passed while in an election year. And what if he passed, but everybody votes for him anyway? Well, Pence would be the president until the transition of power, but it wouldn't be one because Biden would have lost. So then everybody didn't vote for Pence either. So then it had to be a re-election? We'd have to have a re-vote. Would you want Pence or Biden? So you got to be careful what you wish for sometime. Maybe better just to hope he make it and hope that the Democratic, that Biden is able to win and maybe bring the parties together, because Trump definitely split the country. I mean, I can't believe it. Like, I'm not even on any political sites or anything. I'm like watching, my local NBC affiliate news station app. So I can get like weather or local news stories or whatever the case may be. And every now and then I look in the comment section it'd be something like, oh, this person got shot, or that person got, mugged. Why they don't say this or they don't say that? Oh yeah, I bet the left think this. Oh yeah, I bet the right or whatever, or this. Like, what? Like, this is just sometimes just crime. Like, you think these people was thinking about who they voted for when they robbed this person or this? Like, some of this stuff, like, is just way, way too far. Like, I'm reading this and I want to respond to some of this stuff, but I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody about no stupid stuff on the comment section of my local news app. But and then they wouldn't listen to me anyway. But I'd be thinking, what in the world are you thinking? Like, this is crazy. It ain't the left or the right. Sometimes it's just crime and people doing bad stuff. Oh, if the right was in power, they wouldn't be doing that. The right is in power. Like, what the heck are you talking about? That stuff is crazy. You go right in. Yeah, too bad that don't work for us all, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me go on to see a couple of things y'all was saying. Yeah, man. You agree with what I'm talking about, Sally Ann? That's what's up. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Chris P, isn't it suspicious Trump tests positive just a couple of days after that disastrous debate on Tuesday? Yeah, that is true. And here's a couple of theories I have about that. All right, so theory one, maybe he has come down with this. Not saying that he really does have it, but maybe he doesn't have it. This is theory one. Maybe he doesn't have it, but he's saying that he does because the debate didn't turn out his way. And maybe because, he loved the polls in the ratings that ain't come out his way. So it's best to save face now and avoid and cancel everything. Now he don't have to answer questions about it, really. They don't have to make any appearances or anything. And so now that saved him from doing anything else to get any worse. That's theory one. Theory two could be a little bit of that, but he really does have it. But at first they were downplaying it, saying he only had mild symptoms, but he gonna be able to do his day-to-day duties without a problem. A 74-year-old man. He the same age as my dad anyway. So they saying he gonna be able to do that. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe he does have it, but they're saying he has mild symptoms so that when he bounced back and he doing good, he could say, see, I told you, it's nothing to worry about. I'm able to bounce back. You can do it too. I told you, I got the cure. Little bleach here, little bleach there. It's all beautiful. It shines like platinum. Trust me, I know. So maybe he may do that. Or theory three that I have is maybe he has it. Maybe he don't. A little bit of theory one. Maybe the polls didn't go his way, and so, but he's not as worried as much about that because they saying he got mild, but now they taking him to the hospital, Walter Reed Medical Hospital, and they talking about they giving him an experimental cocktail. So they saying maybe he got mild symptoms, but maybe it's a lot worse than what it is. But he don't want them to know because he been the main one downplaying it, telling people it is what it is, never wearing mask. Him and his wife never wearing mask. He got his supporters from Herman Cain to how many unknown Trump supporters have got sick, died, or lost loved ones, and still trying to support this dude when things could have been done to prevent this. You know, at the very least, he could have had everybody on the same page from the beginning with information instead of having something different from what doctors and scientists say. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let me look at this comments. Whitney, you say you think he having some real issues, not just monitoring at the hospital. Yeah, that's true. And that's the thing. And that's another problem by them. It's always not being the truth being told is a problem, because then it make people not trust everything with the election. If you got 30-40% of people thinking that it's rigged, that's a problem. That means damn near half of your country don't believe in a democracy. You know, you don't believe in the news. You lie about this, you lie about that. You ain't supposed. That's the major problem. And throughout history, America, one of the only places as many problems as it got of actual democracy that survived for a while. I mean, you can go back to maybe Greece or something, but you know, it's not that easy. You know, so, and you don't want it to go away. You already got the Senate following him, not using the power of checks and balances. Their job is not to support the executive branch blindly. That's not the job of either branch. They all supposed to check and balance each other. But, you know, that's something right there too. Let's see. Chris P., who wants Pence as interim president? Not me. I mean, he was the governor of Indiana, and I live in Indianapolis right now, so I know what that was like, and I'm telling y'all, you don't want that, because he's not going to be as controversial, and he's actually going to get a lot more done. That the stuff that maybe Trump would like to, but because of how controversial he is, that doesn't get done because people use a lot of that stuff to block it. Well, he wouldn't have all that, and he would probably get a whole lot more things done. He'd probably repeal gay marriage type stuff. So I'm not necessarily, it's somebody business, whatever, but if that's something you believe in and that's what you want, then he probably take that away. You know, so that's just one thing I can think of. It's a whole lot of things that go down the list that'll probably affect every walk of life, though. Like, that wouldn't affect me, but he probably would, like cutting Medicare or Medicaid or Social Security and raising taxes and this and that would. You see, Trump, he paid less than, paid a couple years nothing at all in taxes. His maid that worked for him, the maid that worked for him paid more in taxes than he did. I mean, it's just, and they gonna keep the system that way. So, it shouldn't be that way. People that have a lot more should pay a little more, So we'll see. Let's see. You think Kamala gonna wipe the floor up with Pence? I mean, technically you're right, but the problem is I think that the people that voted for Obama, or the people that are still mad about that, like the basically racists, but probably don't think they are. Can't say that they are because they ain't gonna want to hear it. But the truth of the matter is that's what probably is. Because anyway, I mean, not to say that our record is spotless either, because it's got issues. I'm not saying that, the perfect candidate, but they need to stick to the issues if they got a problem. But a lot of them don't do that. But anyway, I just think that and she a woman, I just think that they may not be ready for it and are gonna hate, especially because Joey B is getting up there. And so they probably gonna think, if something happened to him, it's a high chance she could be the president. Like at his age, it's a high chance something happening. So, we'll see. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. Some things I think, but I don't mean I want to be right. That's one of them. But we'll see. So, yeah. Yeah, Walter Reed, of course, that's where they take all the presidents, the military hospital, Naval Academy, right? Yeah. Yeah, Sally Ann, we all paid more. Yeah, he paid zero. So, yeah, well, that's crazy. What's up, Panda? How you doing? That's right. Yeah, Sally Ann, that's what's up. Let's see, Chris P. Those who say Trump should be in prison for tax evasion and other crime, you think he made a secret deal with Putin to flee Russia rather than face future imprisonment? Made a deal with Putin to flee to Russia. What if he lose the election? I mean, he probably would. At his age, he ain't going to no jail. And I don't think Joe Biden would give him a presidential pardon. Nah, he wouldn't give him a presidential pardon. So yeah. Normally the president does. Like Nixon was supposed to go to jail, but then the next president gave him a pardon. So, now I do want to talk about a couple things that was interesting that a couple people brought up. One of them, couple movies that I want y'all to check out. And one of them that I'm going to talk about is this scene, though, first. Not a movie, but a scene that was in Lovecraft Country's last episode where they were driving, when Hippolyta was driving, and this black woman on a motorcycle rolled past her and they smiled and waved. And I said that was real. I believe her name is Bessie something, and I couldn't remember. Well, here's a little history. Her name was Bessie Stringfield, first black woman to, here's a little bit of info. First black woman to go cross the United States on a motorcycle by herself. And she did it 8 times, by herself. And in her life, she owned over 27 motorcycles. She did it during the Jim Crow era in the 1930s. She used to camp outside, stay in different hotels through using the Green Book. And that's one of the things I love about Lovecraft Country is they throw a lot of real stuff mixed in with the occult and supernatural. And it's informative, but it's also entertaining too, And so, and you can Google and find out, about Bessie and everything, and, Bessie Stringfield. And even Jay Leno has a video with pictures with him, with her, and then he rides. They have a motorcycle, all-woman motorcycle club, black woman motorcycle club that rides to this very day and follow the routes that she took. And, I think it's like up to 300 riders. and I'm gonna put that in my description box after this video is done. But yeah, I'm gonna put that clip. You all will be able to check it out and see that. You know, it's a short, like 8-9 minute clip that he had in one episode. It's pretty cool to see. And they was talking about she used to even do tricks and everything, and that's how she used to earn money. She even won some competitions, and then when they take the helmet off and find out it's a woman, they refuse to give her the trophies and all kind of stuff. And so, you know, it's just kind of crazy, some of the stuff that, you know, people always had to go through just because of the color of their skin, which is just ridiculous. Imagine what the world would be like if people never had to go through something so stupid, you know, and people was kept away and deprived from something just so stupid, you know. And so that's crazy. Let me get to a couple of y'all comments right quick. Yeah, she wasn't playing. Bessie wasn't no joke. And so let's see. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is a movie y'all should see called Just Mercy, if y'all haven't seen it already. And it's got, you know, Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. It's a true story about this lawyer played by Michael B. Jordan named Bryan Stevenson, and he working with this death row inmate in Alabama played by Jamie Foxx, who was pretty much set up for murder. He was at home working on the car with his son with about 12 other people, whatever. They was gonna have a fish fry at his house. Next thing you know, this other white convicted felon who was in jail for something separate was forced to basically testify that Jamie Foxx was there, you know, with him and killed this white lady. And they had him on death row a year before his trial. You know, they was pretty much just trying to throw him in jail, and it was just pretty messed up, the whole situation. And it was in Alabama. And then it's got, you know, also another death row inmate on there that he was helping. And also his case was something else. And then they also had Ice Cube's son in there as well. And he's in there playing another inmate who was in there with the case was. And I mean, the movie is really good, not only entertaining and informative, it'll make you a little upset. And it's actually a true story. This went on in the late 80s and in the 90s. And Bryan Stevenson is alive still to this day, putting in work. And actually, I was lucky enough after watching Just Mercy to then see his story come right on after it on HBO, True Justice. And he was talking about how he decided to get into law and everything that he went through. And he actually has built a museum for the memory and descendants of African Americans who were lynched in the United States. And it's actually already built, like and then he has a monument as well. The museum and things that he has and is in Alabama, and it's in his it's not that big, but he has it in eras of Jim Crow, and from slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration. I mean, it is really interesting. Definitely worth watching. Definitely worth showing your kids. And he even had, like, right here behind him is jars from the soil from every, you know, location they was able to find where they knew someone had been lynched all across the South. And I mean, that is a lot of jars, and it's, you know, from floor to ceiling, you know, the whole length of the wall, and it's just a reminder of some of the stuff people have been through for no good reason. you know Another thing to check out that's good and informative is The Best of Enemies. If you haven't seen this is another damn good movie to see. Taraji P. Henson, this the type of stuff she should be like. When you see this, you like, man, Taraji P. Henson is dope. Like that cookie line, that's just for some money, good. I need to doing that cookie line because cookie line not doing that pay. But doing this, that's how she got talent. Like nothing like no cookie line. None of all that stuff. Like Taraji Henson is a dope actress. Like I always liked her. I wasn't shocked that she had it in her, but I was just reminded of how good she is in this, as well as with Sam Rockwell. And this is a true story. And she plays a woman that was working on the school PTA board, and he was on there, and they was trying to do like integration or fighting it or do whatever, and he was the head of the Ku Klux Klan, and it wasn't no secret. And eventually by them having to be, because this is the problem I believe with most people with these racist thoughts and those feelings, is that they actually don't know somebody, or haven't actually had a chance to get to know somebody that they have those feelings with, because if they did, then they would probably stop thinking and feeling that way. And that's pretty much what ended up happening in this movie. And it's just amazing to see, because if you can have the head of the Klan, after being confronted with the truth and kindness and love. And I'm not saying like she was just no, hey baby, have some chicken, baby. It wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't no easy road. But sometimes people feel if somebody feel this way, they'll never change. And that's just not true. So I like to think that anybody with truth, love, and a little bit of time may finally understand and wake up. You never know. Man, this is a damn good movie to see. It just came out in 2018, I believe, or 19, And then it's another thing to check out that just came out last week that is really good and very powerful. And I know a little bit about the subject, but I learned even more. And it's called Enslaved, and it's on Epics, and it's with Samuel L. Jackson. And in Enslaved, you can see that Samuel L. Jackson is like narrating, but he also is talking about different stuff. But then they actually go to different places. They talk about how the slave trade was basically affected all of the Americas, and how it affected, basically all of the Western Hemisphere. And it showed who the, first people involved was, and how mass graves, like I didn't realize that like North America only had like maybe 5% or 10% of all slaves. And at one point in Brazil, they had 46% of their population was slaves. And that's why a lot of them, are dark-skinned people. Now, just because people speak Spanish or whatever the case, or Portuguese, that's because at one point in time, if history, Spain was a superpower, Portugal, whatever the case. And so, all those people were conquered, And so it even show how basically, and I never thought about it this way, but, slave trade was basically the first, mass production, because they talked about what really drove, like people were enslaved before, but then actually the practice of just taking people and reselling them is because in Europe, when coffee, tea and chocolate became available for people every day, anytime they wanted, then that became a cost, because then you had to mass produce sugar. You had to mass produce those crops. And, sugar is a hard crop to grow, and all of those other crops. The sugar cane is hard. And even to this day, the best way to cut it is by hand, and so a lot of people didn't understand, back in Europe, or even care or think about it that way. They just thought about it as, mass production, and they didn't look at it as that. And then with it being far removed, I mean, it's similar to how we can get hamburgers whenever we want, but it's far removed. That's animals, so we don't view them as people, but people do start to think about more how the mistreatment of animals is happening now more than they used to. And if you really look into how the food chain is, you may start to think a little differently too. But that's a different subject. Nevertheless, I remember, even if you guys follow my channel, Rolando Boyce from the Shy, Darnell, he came on the show and visited, and I'm sure nobody would have recognized or thought that both of his parents were from Panama. But that's because, of course, descendants of, I don't know his background offhand, but I know that a lot of people in Panama look like just regular, because it's the same people. They from the same situation. And so, I remember even when I went and visited, I saw that the sugar cane and sugar plantation for myself, and people still work there to this day, still there. I saw that they still had the ruins from the conquistadors and stuff, and they still call everything Balboa, who was the first European to cross from the Atlantic to the Pacific through the Isthmus of Panama, and all the history and things with that. And conquistadors, I mean, you could start making a TV show about what the conquistadors went through and did. Man, that'd be one of the greatest shows on TV, and it would be real. But, they even call their money Balboas to this day. But, my mom, on her side, her grandmother, great grandparents come from working in the cocoa fields from slavery, so they was taken and was a slave, enslaved, but they was taken and they were in the cocoa field, whereas, in United States, people were enslaved for cotton and making more of that for, clothing and things, mass production of cotton. Now we still mass produce things. We just use more machinery or whatever. But, nevertheless, on my father's side, my grandparents come from Arkansas and Mississippi. So, and then you trace that back and, how that goes. So, anyway, it's just very interesting. That movie, I mean, that show, and it's actually a 6-part show. It just started. Episode 2 just aired. Enslaved, Samuel L. Jackson. Definitely check it out. If you don't have Epics, you can, I think they got some on YouTube. You can check it out. It's worth watching. And then this is another thing I want to see if y'all ain't seen it. This is funny on the lighter side of things. We got Borat. If y'all ain't seen it, it's Sacha Baron Cohen. This is about to be on Netflix. This is the sequel. It's Borat's subsequent movie film. And he's basically goes into characters and he plays this as Borat. He had a TV show on, I believe it was either Epics or I think it was Epics or Showtime, where he would be in different characters but interview real people. real politicians and, you know, real celebrities, but they don't know that he's in character, and he would pretty much mock them or, you know, get them to say or do the dumbest things. And in this, he even appears at as Donald Trump in costume and bust in on Mike Pence at a rally or something, speaking or something, and doing all kind of stuff. So it's just interesting how some people react. Like in the first Borat, because he's supposed to be playing this foreigner that knows no customs or anything. He's supposed to be at this nice, upstanding dinner at this, you know, home of these, you know, people in Georgia and, you know, uppity white folks. And he asked where the bathroom is, and that was hilarious. So when he done, he come back with it in a bag, the poop. And he walking around, they like, oh, let me show you. You take that and put it in here. Oh. But then they like, okay, just wash your hands and come on back. Okay. But then when his date arrived and it was Lou Nail, they told him he got to go and they calling the police. Yeah. And so, you know, and all kind of stuff, man. I mean, it's crazy. But Borat, if you ain't seen it, it's funny. I think the name of his show offhand is Who is America on Showtime. It's hilarious. And, you know, I love it. Borat, he a trip. I can't wait. Crispy, Borat, nasty. Sally Ann, you got to watch it. If you want to see his stuff right now, Who is America on Showtime is what it is. Hilarious. I love that damn show. It's got like maybe 8 episodes on that. You got to check it out. Who is America on Showtime. Hilarious. And then you can check out Borat. He also did My Name is Bruno. Bruno. And even though Bruno, he played a Austrian gay reporter, even though he's not gay in real life, everything he does is over the top characters, and he does it in real life situations, but people that he's doing stuff to don't know is real. Bruno is crazy. That damn movie is crazy. He also did The Dictator, but that's actual movie when he was in The Dictator. But Bruno, my name is Bruno. My name is Bora. But you know, that's crazy. Sally Ann, you like Bruno? Bruno! Bruno's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to come on up. And if y'all wanna come through, say something, that's what's up. Y'all wanna got something on your mind. Streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Feel free to come on through. Don't be shy. What you want to talk about? Y'all was watching last week. I had a guest, I believe Shantor Thomas, come through. And he was saying to go ahead and Google his situation. Well, while we wait to see if anybody shows, I did happen to Google it. And so what was unique about what he was talking about is discrimination, is he was actually in Detroit and he had some type of discrimination issue with his job at Enterprise, I believe, rent-a-car. And anyway, he ended up getting paid a nice little bit of money. And so when he went to go cash the check at the bank that he'd been at for a while, instead of cashing the check or calling to verify the check, they called the police thinking that he had bogus checks. And so now he got like 4 cops all around him, and they did all this basically because he black and had some big money checks. And regardless of whether you have this in your account normally, or whatever the case, you don't first call the police. You could have called to verify the check. You could have deposited the check and told them it's a such and such day, hold something. Who gonna call the police on your customer right away? If the check ain't right or this or that, first find that out first. They somewhat said it was, they checked and this didn't check out, or that didn't check out, or this was unusual, or that was unusual. Well, there's other steps to take first before calling the cops. So while he was getting paid from one discrimination, he ended up getting discriminated on again, trying to cash the pay. And so then he had another discrimination suit. This dude, boy, getting paid. He one of the lucky ones. He ain't get no beat down in between all this discrimination and got paid. You know, nobody liked the discrimination, but he did get the boy. So next thing you know, he got another thing. Even when the lawyer tried to contact the bank, his lawyer, to let him know what happened, they didn't even believe her. So, you know, and then he got that one going on. So that's crazy. But that's the D. Use black, man. You ain't supposed to have money. Nah, I'm just joking. I hate to say that though, but hey, I guess like she say, if you ain't used to having them type of checks, I can see you thinking it's suspicious as the teller. But it's other steps to take first before you go straight to calling the cops. You know, even if it was a watermark or you don't see this or that, I wouldn't have did that right away. So, you know. Ty, what's up, sis? I see you with your support. I appreciate you. I think I had the picture up when I was talking. I didn't see it. And Sally Ann, thank you so much. I appreciate your help. I really, really do. You guys have been so great. Let's see. Let me get to some more of these. Chris P, what would you instruct your writers to mainly focus on? Realism. Realism is the key. If you started off and grounded in realism, then you got to keep it that way, and people will ride with you. If you have people getting away with stuff they probably wouldn't get away with, or doing stuff that people really wouldn't do, that's going to start to be a problem. People ain't going to believe the characters, and eventually the show going to fall apart. Like, everything got to be grounded in realism. Like, I would love to make stories about real people. Like, I was already like, if you all want to know a dope story, most people ain't going to do this, but Google Balboa and, you know, the conquistador and his life. You know, even though he didn't live that long, but how he died was interesting, and everything that he did and the stuff, like, that would be a dope show. You know, growing up in a middle, you know, class type of upbringing, and, you know, going and exploring when nobody knew nothing. The world was like new to basically Europeans. Then trying to be a farmer and that not working out and being broke and have to escape. Then they ended up being valuable and helping this, helping that, doing this, man, like, he did a lot. They like, and you can pick probably a lot of conquistadors and do it. Like, Black Sails was close to it, and they tried to use some real people in Black Sails. And I need to get back into the rest of Black Sails, because at the time I was focusing too much on other stuff, so I didn't get all into Black Sails. But that would have been like, as good as Black Sails was, you could have had some stuff. You base some stuff on realism and keep it real. People gonna love that, you know, whatever it is. Sally Ann, you say I should write for the Shy. What's up? I see you guy. I got Tamika coming through, y'all. Let's see what Tamika got. What's good, sis? Black sales.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, what's up? Turn your thing down.
I ain't got the touch wig on, but I had got my hair done for my birthday and stuff.
Oh, okay. I see you got on the Mary J. That's what's up. Looking good.
Yeah, I got on my eyelashes too.
Oh, okay. Look at. Oh, okay. Now we got some light because you be back in the dark. We could barely see you.
Yeah, cause you know.
There you go. All right.
I can't.
You about to get choked. You about to get choked tonight, girl.
See my, I got that. I'm telling y'all, I got that U verse or some shit. Like that shit don't work.
You gotta turn your volume down because there's an echo.
I turned it down now because I can hear you late, but I turned it down now, but I can't hear you, so I'm just gonna talk for it. But anyway, I love you, Jay. Like I love you so much. I mean, like I don't know, you just like a ball of energy. I love your energy, and I like everything that you're doing. It's like what it's like. I don't know what it's like, but it's like everything he hung up on. Uh, it's
I
like
didn't hang up. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk.
Okay, it's like everything good. Your show is like amazing. Like when I say amazing, amazing, you are very funny. Even though I haven't seen half the shows you be talking about, but I am here to support because that's what a loyal fan does. Everybody else is a loyal fan too, but like I feel like I'm on top. Not like that, but I just love you. I love you. I love the show. I love everything.
Well, I appreciate it. I feel the love. I feel the love. I appreciate it. And I'm happy you enjoy the show. Anything you want to talk about? What's going on with the world?
I ain't really got nothing to talk about, but like I had said in the comment section that like I don't wish bad on nobody, no bad health on nobody, but I hope he pulled through. And I ain't gonna say what the rest what I need to say, but yeah, as a person, nobody should have to go through a sickness like that. That's real scary. I think he should have been tested a long time ago, like everybody else was. But then my niece at 14 years old pointed out to me like maybe he was scared that he did have it. That's why he never got tested for. I said, you know what? You made a good point. He might have been scared that he had it and didn't want to test. And finally, he tested it and it was positive. So, like I say, I just hope he just pulled through. And I'm glad I didn't see the debate because I heard it was terrible. Like terrible like how? Let me see. Terrible like The Walking Dead. Like terrible like it's good though. I like The Walking Dead. But anyway, how do you feel about The Walking Dead coming back though?
Yeah, it's all good. Well, look, I'm getting ready to. I got somebody else here that's trying to come through. I appreciate
you coming through. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, bye, y'all.
You got it kicked off for me, so I appreciate it. But thanks. I appreciate all your support and love, though.
All right.
All right. All right. I got somebody else trying to come in. We'll give them a second. I'm getting ready to wrap it up in the next about seven minutes. So we'll see what happens and what up. In the meantime, I see they having some camera issues right now, so we'll see if they get the camera issues working. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. That's a couple things to check out. That's informative and also entertaining. And you never know, man. A lot of stuff going on. Keep your eyes open. A lot of truth be out there. Get a couple jokes, couple laughs in between. But you just keep your head up. Try to make it through because the year almost over. We don't know what we got in store. Nobody expected this when 2020 arrived. When I was celebrating Happy New Year. I had no idea that this was going to happen. And most people didn't. Now, some people say they saw this, heard that. Well, most people didn't. So, I did hear some stuff about them having some problems over in China, but I didn't think much of it because they've had stuff over there too before that it didn't come over here, whether it be SARS or whatever. So, although I thought, okay, that's messed up, I didn't think, okay, the whole entire globe is going to be affected. I didn't think that. So, who's to say? Hopefully, things get better. I'm going to try to be optimistic. I like to be an optimistic person, but I also am being always be real with it too. So, whew, that's hard, but we'll see how it's done. Let's see. Ty, thought I was supposed to come on after my video premiere. You wrapping up early? I mean, I put out the link. You didn't click on the link. I put out the link 20 minutes ago. If you want to join, come on. I thought you was going to join. I'll put out the link again if you want to come on. This is Ty. I was a guest on her channel yesterday, and we had a good little conversation. Seemed to be, pretty good. And so, I thought she would come by, and you're more than welcome to. I put the link back out there. If you're able to come through, come on through. If not, I'll be back Sunday. It's all good. No biggie. I know. I feel the appreciation and support. We'll make it work. But you ain't had your premiere yet. I thought you said your premiere was at 8:00. Oh, okay. You got a different time or something than mine's. It's all good. We got to get the time zones back in order. Already been on for an hour. But it's all good. On Fridays, another show that I watch is Bill Maher. And see, people don't have the ability to enjoy certain things, maybe agree on some and not agree on all. Like Bill Maher is an atheist. I don't agree with that, but I'm still able to enjoy him, and I still like Bill Maher and his comedy. Some stuff I don't like that he say, and I don't, enjoy. But I don't never watch him again or never watch his stuff. It's just when he say that stuff I don't like or don't enjoy, then I don't support that or don't, or whatever the case. But he hasn't really, shown to be, to me, I haven't seen a point where he has crossed where I can't deal with him no more. And I think too many people nowadays think that if you say one thing I don't agree with, or you make one mistake or do one thing that I don't think is right, then I ain't with you no more. Like, who wants somebody that says everything that you already think or agree with everything you already do? I mean, what type of, that don't even make sense. So, anyway. What up, Big James? What's good, brother? You got rid of, you figured it out? Okay. It's all good, girl. You got it. No, I think I'm going to start streaming Lovecraft episodes on Twitch maybe tomorrow night. So, if I do, I'll let y'all know. Do a little notice on my community tab. Come check it out. Sunday, all right. So we'll see what's up. Maybe you all have a his and hers perspective come Sunday. So we'll see. We'll make it happen. On that note, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Check out those movies over the weekend or whenever you get a chance. And they definitely are worth watching. You definitely gonna find out some new stuff. That Enslaved was something else, and they even showed an old plantation that is now jungle. Like they went to it through a river. The river was dug by slaves, so to make a river by hand was already horrible. Let alone where they had the remnants still of an old sugar cane press, and that they showed how it was operated by steam, and how when you put the sugar cane in there, it would press the juice out, and that they would make people work 18-hour days, no break, and people would make mistakes and let their hands slip and get in there, and they wouldn't stop the machine. They would just be somebody waiting by with a machete to just chop their hand off if it got stuck in the machine, so they can just keep going nonstop. I mean, brutal. They tell the story of this one ship, how the captain sunk it and trapped 600 people to their death. I mean, all kind of stuff. They went to locations where it was mass burials in Brazil. You know, like, we don't think of it as Americans as a global thing, but you know, it was a global thing. You know, like everybody had at that time some part in it, whether they were making money on it or the land was being used or all kind of stuff, or the people. Like, it was messed up. And so yeah, that was really something. And I definitely had my son watching that with me. So, you know, I try to always make sure I get him to see that stuff, man. But anyway, y'all check it out. Y'all got some homework. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the show. Had a little something to fuss about, a little something to, you know, talk about. And we'll see y'all Saturday for some power. Oh no, I don't know. We'll see Sunday, definitely. And we'll see if power gonna be out or they gonna do this mid-season break. And then I'm Jay. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the show.